What's up guys, MrBayeasy here, and today we're playing some more Crusaders of the Lost Idols. Guys, we are in the update today. We're going to be going and grinding for this. However, I was planning on uploading this yesterday. A lot of you probably knew that. I made it pretty public that I was planning on doing that. I was actually, like, secretly, I wasn't going to tell you guys, planning on doing a double upload back-to-back and Adventure Capitalist today as well. However, and I know this happens a lot, so you probably don't believe me, but the file itself, okay, last time it was my audio, but the file itself got corrupted. I don't understand why this is happening, and I gotta really buckle down. I thought I fixed it before, but I guess not, and there's no real way I can figure it out unless it just doesn't happen ever again. I'm assuming it's probably my hard drive, so I gotta buy a new one, but either way, it did get corrupted, and because I wasn't gonna slack around this update and really grind for it, naturally, I got the Robo Turkey in that recording, so I do apologize, man. I feel so bad, but, you know, at least we have the character, and at least we have this Mama Kane thing, and if this happens again, I'm literally going to lose my mind. But either way, because there's really no way for me to know. But either way, we're just going to go ahead and do this like normal. Basically, after the Robo Turkey, I got the Lumberjack, and I left it at level 1, and I just kept grinding. That's why we got 5.14 million right now. But, you know, you do not start out with Mama Kane. I'm sure most of you know that. You start out with the Robo Turkey. It actually wasn't that hard. It was fairly easy, and I really enjoyed it. We actually got through it pretty quick. All 100 levels in about an hour and a half or 2 hours or so. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. And again, I'm sorry I didn't record that. Oh, I mean, I recorded it, but I'm sorry I didn't you know, actually have it here for you today alongside this one. But either way, we're going to continue. Let's go ahead and look around. I did this in the previous one, but I'm just going to do this for you guys here because, of course, you know, you didn't get to see it. We will be buying chests as well. I'm actually, you know, I want to do that really bad. There is 1 day and 13 hours, so we're probably going to buy it either in this episode or off cam, and I'll be opening those chests for you because I want to, you know, get gear for these guys. I have the Robo Turkey. We're going to get Mama Kane hopefully this session or the next. I really don't know. It depends on how hard it is. I'm sure it won't be too hard, but this one's a little bit harder because she freezes the Crusaders around her, and their effects still apply, but I can't, you know, I have to make sure that the ones that do the highest DPS are not actually touching her. So it's going to be a little bit hard, but I'm sure we can work around it fairly easily. But either way, we're going to be going for the 9 chest bundle, getting 11 chests for 10 bucks. I just want to do that. You know, again, I don't mind spending money on games that I really enjoy, and personally, I'd really like to get some gear for these guys. They do take up some spots that are questionable, like, for example, she takes up the, you know, obviously the Witch Doctor spot. That's a little bit hard for me. I might not use her. It depends how good she is. The Robo Turkey seems like he's pretty good on DPS, so we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. I really don't know, but either way, the main goal is to get these characters, and that's what I'm focused on. So let's go ahead and turn on the auto feature so these guys are running while we're talking and all that. And let's just start to upgrade these guys because, again, like I said, I just let it run, you know, to get some experience in the background. I didn't want to set auto on, you know, because normally I would if I was doing free play. And I'm sure most of you are like, well, why didn't you do auto? Well, there wouldn't have been much of an episode today if I had done that. We probably would have been around level 30 or 40, and that's no fun, man. I want you guys to see what's going on up here. I really find these entertaining. I don't know if you guys care if I read them and do all that, but I actually find these really clever and witty, so I personally really enjoy reading these and all that stuff. So to this particular one on level 2 is find clues about what's happening, collect 19 canned pumpkin. Again, they're just really fun. It's a fun little story in the background, and usually it's pretty funny as well. So let's go ahead and buy 10 more of these. While we're keeping up with this, we're just gonna go ahead and buy these. I'm actually not gonna collect, wait, hold on, collect more food to examine, find 20 eggs. All right, seems to be going pretty quick. But anyway, I'm actually not going to focus on leveling this guy up because he's not too good, and honestly, most of my strategies lately have, you know, revolved around not using this guy. Now, I'll tell you one thing right here. A lot of people were telling me about the emo werewolf being really good, and I gotta admit, he is pretty good. But one thing I've noticed is that I've been using him even, I can't put him, okay, yeah, there we go, we'll put him right there. I'll just put him here too. He doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to put him up front. Now, this particular, you know, this particular one, the wolf, I really don't use him too often because he kind of becomes a bit irrelevant a little bit later. And I don't want to say that because I know a lot of you guys like him, but in my particular scenario with the strategy that I use, he doesn't really have a place in my normal squad, but this particular setup, I'll just move him around so you can see the squares. If you see this, you know, this is really convenient because we've got 2 front slots that are open. Now there's a slot here that I cannot use, which means there's, you know, no Crusader that can be here. I usually put the pumpkin right here, and in the previous one, the Robo Turkey was here, and I had the Griffin right here. So he was literally 100% boxed in with Crusaders that literally were not human. Okay, so he got his boost, and he ended up being one of the highest hitting Crusaders, actually trading blows with the Lumberjack. So I can definitely see where you guys are coming from, but he's not really all that great in my normal routine and setup. But he was trading blows. He wasn't better than the Lumberjack, but he was very close. Like, they were going back and forth whenever I would upgrade them in terms of who was better. Naturally, the Witch was winning by strides, but he was doing really well. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because again, that was last time, that was the previous recording, and again, I'm sorry about that. And I said in the previous recording that you know that you're doing really good when these guys are just straight up popping. Like, they're not even like, you don't see their health, they just immediately die, and that's how you know you're doing pretty good. And it's funny because in the previous recording we went pretty much, I'd say about level 60 or 70 without actually any enemies getting to our squad. So we were stacked. I mean, we were literally just obliterating them. And you know, and what I mean, like 60 or 70 without people getting to our squad, I mean, even when they were getting to our squad, it was like 1 or 2 guys every once in a while. Around level 90 was when they actually started to kind of slow up and really pile up on my squad, but thankfully the pumpkin was able to tank it. Sometimes the werewolf died, but either way, it was actually a lot easier than I suspected. I don't think these things are supposed to be generally hard, but at the same time, you know, it is a little bit of a challenge, that's for sure, and I personally really enjoy that. You know, put him right there. The Lumberjack is actually getting leveled up fairly quick. Who else do we have? We have Kane, we need him. We also need this guy, but I'm going to hold off on, actually no I'm not, I'm just going to buy him, because he's probably got a lot. We'll put him up front. Now that's the problem, see, I gotta pull her away here, because I can't have her here. I'll put her right there. That way she's not technically near him, but still giving the boost. I gotta put the Griffin right back there. So let's see here. Who do we want to put in? We need Detective Kane, that's for sure. See, this is somebody that can go in the middle, because I don't really care all that much about him. You know what I mean? He's really, like, in the long run. Right now, he's actually pretty good, but in the long run, he's really here just for the gold. I really wouldn't have him here otherwise. Princess is literally 100% strictly here for, you know, giving 10% to everybody. That's literally why she's here. This strong, light, and lovely crafted, it looks like, I think this is his butt plate. I think this is the turkey's butt plate, I'm pretty sure, which I find pretty funny. But let's actually really quick take a look at their advantages or their little boosts. I don't know what's going on here, but either way. So Short Circuit, I'm assuming that's Robo Turkey, zaps a random adjacent Crusader every 10 seconds and absorbs 25% of their DPS. Zapped Crusaders do 10% more DPS for 30 seconds. So I don't know whether or not that means that, like, he'll zap this guy and gain 25%, and then when he zaps the next guy, like, that will go away and he'll gain 25% of that guy, or if it, like, continuously stacks. If it does, he's probably going to be, like, a legitimate beast. So guys, actually, before I do that, you know, before I get a little further here and start maxing these guys, I just want to talk to you about the formation I'm going to be using really quick before we move on. And I hope you guys appreciate, not appreciate, but I hope you guys are okay with this, you know, slightly more in-depth. Yeah, I'm trying something a bit different. I'm trying to explain a bit more of what I do. I know a lot of you guys probably play the game quite a bit, but I'm sure some of you out there could benefit from knowing exactly what's going on in my head when I'm doing all this. So as these Crusaders move forward, I'll use this next round to quickly explain this before we move on here. So basically, like you guys already see, this is what's going to happen already. The Wolf as well as the Pumpkin are going to maintain the front slot. The Griffin's going to be right here, and I'm probably going to use the Witch Doctor in the middle somewhere. Again, I only need him for his boost. His damage really isn't all that great. The Witch Doctor is probably going to be next to the best Crusader because, of course, because this is a 4-lane road, we cannot, you know, we cannot have, what's it called, him right next to them without her freezing one of these characters, so that's definitely not acceptable. So he's probably going to be, wherever he is, he'll be next to probably the Witch obviously being the best one. Then in the same row is going to be Kane, of course. He needs to be in the most, you know, I'm very fond of the well-balanced thing. I know a lot of people are like, you know, do a big DPS boost and all that, do some defense boosts or health boosts, maybe, you know, have something strictly for gold. But I, you know, while that's all well and good, I personally like to go through the whole thing with the most DPS and the most gold I can. It just seems really efficient to me, you know what I mean? It just seems really efficient. So, you know, whether you agree with that or not, but I will be doing, you know, builds in the future as I progress and as I learn the game much better in terms of what's a really good DPS formation, what's a really good defense formation, what's a really good gold formation. But just know that I personally, my go-to thing is a well-balanced, well-rounded formation. So anyway, moving past that, again, best Crusader on the edge, so she's not affected by this guy. Kane is next, or not Kane, the Witch Doctor is next to that one. By the way, this entire environment, I don't know why it reminds me a lot of Pokemon. I know I've said that before on this particular game, but a lot of these environments remind me of Pokemon, which is pretty cool because I like Pokemon a lot. So moving on from this, obviously the you know, Artax is gonna have to be in the background somewhere. It doesn't matter if he's frozen or not. We're probably in the early stages, we're probably gonna have to mix it around a bit because Artax is actually one of the biggest hitters early game. So until that starts to, until the tables start to turn with like the Lumberjack and the Witch, he's gonna need to be somewhere else. He's gonna need to be away from this chick because she's just bad news, man. She's just bad news. Every little spot, look at this, every spot around her, these are all touched by her. So for early game. And we are seeing their health now at 33, so we're gonna have to step up our game, guys. But you guys get the general gist of it. Panda's gonna go somewhere else. It doesn't really matter why it doesn't really matter where he is. The only benefit from him is the gold. So again, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. I'll see you guys in just a sec. All right, so we didn't go as far as I thought we were really going to. I mean, we're still going really far. We're doing really well. The enemies, I've gotten them to the point where we're just seeing their health, but they're dying very quickly. So I'd like to get it back to the point where basically, you know, they're popping instantaneously. But now I've gotten the Lumberjack past 200, so really it just depends on leveling him up over and over and over again. I get really close to being able to do that, by the way, and I think I'm going to continue doing this. Now, I could buy the Gold Panda, but look, guys, we did just get the Gold Panda. We can only buy him by 6, and we're going to need 8 trillion anyway to buy that first little boost. So for now, to keep us going and get us into higher, you know, levels, which is going to yield more gold quickly, I'm going to level up the Lumberjack. I feel like that's a little bit of a better idea. It's just kind of a long-term investment because, you know, we'll get more money quicker the further we go, so we're going to get Panda quicker as well. Or we'll be able to get the useful things in Panda anyway, which of course being those, I think, 325% boost and then that 150% boost, going to be absolutely insane. The last time that we were on this, we were at, I think, 5,000% gold bonus, which, guys, that's pretty awesome considering we've come a long way from, you know, under 1,000, which is our very first one. So looking pretty good there. We are actually almost able to double this, so I'm just going to wait until we get to the ability to buy 50 of these, and then I'm going to buy them all at once, and we should, because right now we're doing pretty good, and then we should see a pretty massive little boost. I did use one of these like earlier on, you know, I mean, in the previous recording. I could use it again, but I had 2 of the normal ones. Okay, these are the 5-minute ones. This is the 7-minute one. I had 2 of the normal ones with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I used those because I didn't really care. They were like 2 minutes. It didn't matter. And it's spawn speed, so it's not the biggest advantage. I just wanted it to go a little faster, so I may use another one. I don't know. I'm not really planning on it, though. It seems to be going pretty quick. I mean, already already level 46. We've only been recording for about 50 minutes. Not even, actually. So, I mean, it's looking great, man. We're doing fantastic. And guys, like I said, I'm no slouch. This is gonna get done. I'm gonna grab these, you know, these Crusaders, man. And it's awesome. It's gonna happen early on. This is only, I think, day 3. I missed the first day because it came out a bit late, but I did play the immediate day after. I'm playing today as well. And we're gonna get the Crusaders, you know, really fast, and we're gonna be continuing with the event. I know there's some other things to do, some other challenges. I think they're gonna be a little bit harder too, so that'll be pretty interesting. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Almost a trillion there. Almost. We're very close, but the Witch is probably on the horizon. There she is, and we can buy her by. Okay, see you later. This is gonna be like instantaneous. Yeah. 8 trillion. Oh, come on. She would get boosted. Oh my god. All right, whatever. We're gonna put him right there. He's going to give them the boost now. Now this is worth it. Now, see, Artax was necessary to have in that secondary column. Getting the boost from the Lumberjack. But now that the Lumberjack's at 1.5 trillion, now that the Witch is at 27.7 trillion, it's worth it to have this boost, and it's also worth it to switch these characters around. As a matter of fact, get her a little bit more of a boost. She's being boosted by our tax because we moved him back. She's being boosted by this chick, and then she's being boosted by the Witch Doctor as well, giving her a very considerable boost and making her look pretty darn awesome in the process. Trying to say it a bit fancy and I failed. So we need 20 trillion, but you know, before we even do that, what we're actually going to be, see now we're making a lot of money really quick. We're almost to 8 trillion, and you guys know what that means. Because we have almost that much, we're going to buy him by 25, and we're just going to wait. We're just going to be really patient and get this 8 trillion. We're going to get the 25% bonus. We're going to get the 25% bonus yet again, because we're getting trillions very quickly, and this is why, you know, it paid off to do these other Crusaders, because now we're going super fast. And again, these guys are just straight up popping. Pretty sure that was a boss and he died like that. And you know, basically, oh, ooh, what's this? I didn't even read our challenges. Can't believe that. Oh, gold rum one more time. I got to use it when I buy it. We got to click 1,000 times, but right now when they're moving so like, this is actually kind of an old challenge, but right now that since they're popping so instantaneously, I can't actually get clicks in. It's kind of impossible. So let's go ahead and buy. Let's buy this one first, because we're gonna get this gold back quicker because of that. All right, so our next little boost here is 800 trillion. That is gonna yield us another 25%, and then the big boy at 6.4 quadrillion is gonna be 50%, and that's really not all that far off. As you guys can see, we're making a lot of money considerably. We are back at the point where we're killing these guys by I'm sorry, we're by you know, instantaneously. We're not killing them by any form of seconds. It's literally milliseconds that they're on the screen and then they die. We can buy the Witch by a very considerable margin as well, and we're gonna get 2 nice boosts there. Just gonna make her ever that more powerful. 592 trillion she's sitting at right now. A really comfy spot. We were already doing well, but now we're literally just obliterating. We can upgrade him twice. He's going to be sitting at a high level as well. Not as high as the Witch though. She is always going to be on top as far as I can tell. The crown jewel of this, you know, formation, even though he has saved my butt a couple times, I gotta admit, he saved my butt a couple times. The crown jewel is definitely the Witch. She is literally an absolute slaying monster. Like, she is going off on the main stage 24/7. She's insane. So with that being said, we're just going to really focus on her now that we've actually unlocked her. As you can see, just even better and better upgrades. Now, it would be better if, I mean, it's still going to be good. Look, and she's in the quadrillions, and now she's still in the quadrillions, I think. Yeah. Increase her by 100%. That's going to help her out. You know, she's going to get extremely good. Matter of fact, the Lumberjack's probably going to be catching up until then, until she gets to that 200 mark where I can look. That was a boss. It was a massive Jello thing, and it just got dominated. Like, literally. Ooh, you know what I just thought of? The Robo Turkey is probably really good in combination with her. I mean, 25% of her DPS, could you imagine, in combination with Wendy the Witch? I mean, 25% of her DPS, if she can get very, very high. And 25% of her DPS is actually a considerable little bump on our DPS, so that would probably work really well, honestly. Alright guys, so we are at level 73. We did just get the 50% gold boost from the Panda. We've been leveling both of these characters up quite significantly. As you can see, the Lumberjack is actually still a little bit better, but of course she's not at 200 yet. She's not at the stage that he is at. But you know, both of these characters are doing absolutely phenomenal, both of them contributing very heavily to the DPS currently, and it's not going to be till a little bit later that the Witch kind of takes over, and she is the primary source of our DPS. I mean, so much so that literally it's like the two first main numbers right here are her, and then like one of the decimal points is like everybody else. So they're really not really relevant too much. I mean, they are relevant, but they're not at the same time, because it's because of them that her DPS is really that high. Right now, buy a jewel chest bundle day and get free golden epic card that you won't find anywhere else. So it's still going to Sarah the Collector. A little bit unfortunate that when you buy a chest, it's not going to one of these characters, like this particular item. It's cool because I'm going to buy this chest and you know, but I never use Sarah the Collector. Maybe this will entice me to use her a bit more. But you know, it was kind of cool before, you know, I got Wendy the Witch's broom immediately, like that 300% one, this one, Nimbus 2000. That was like, by the way, I don't know, you'll have to tell me, are these little flies buzzing around this thing. Is that a Rayman reference? Because if that is a Rayman reference, if this broom and those little fly things are Rayman, I'm literally done. Rayman was awesome. One of the best games ever, Rayman. It's so good. If you don't know what Rayman is, look it up. It's fantastic. Anyway, it was cool getting her broom, like, indefinitely because I bought chests. It was cool. You know, not just opening it and getting, although I did get a lesser version of this, which gave me an enchantment point, which was pretty awesome. So anyway, we can see their health now starting to slow down, so we're gonna have to step up our game, up the ante, so to speak, and we know how to do that. Let's buy him twice, and yeah, they're gonna start getting dominated, so that's pretty good. As you can see, I don't actually have all these guys fully leveled. I'm not spending any money on anybody because, you know, I've gotten to the point where I know what these characters give me. And so, you know, I only really want their boosts half the time. So I'm only spending, you know, I actually need to buy this one because I need to use this to get the achievement. I just used, oh no, there it is. All right, so there we go. I got the rubies. But anyway, I'm only buying exactly what I need. You know what I mean? I'm not buying too much just because I'm saving my money for the 2 characters that I know are going to be the heavy hitters. And I think that's kind of one of the strategies you can use once you get better at the game. Once you know what every character gives you, you can really kind of, you know, plan your purchases around that. You know what I'm saying? The witch actually needs some leveling, so let's get her to 200 now. Okay, this is good. How much are we getting? Okay, we're going pretty quick. So I'm venturing to say we're gonna get to 85 and actually surpass it fairly easily. Oh, you know what? One of the good things about having an open slot here is yet again we can buy King Reginald, which I really enjoy King Reginald, mainly because of his slug thing. I personally really like that. So yeah, he's going to go right there. He's going to get frozen. I don't care. The only thing, honestly, the only reason I even want him here, actually, we'll bump him because he's actually got some good DPS going right now. The only reason I want him here is because of the slug thing. That actually is very helpful. It's one of the things I really like about him, just because there's a lot of good uses for that slow down time, or, you know, basically it stops everybody in their tracks for a certain amount of time. That is very useful, especially on boss stages. You know, normally what I like to do, you know, it's like a StarCraft strategy. I absolutely love it. It's one of the funnest things to do in this game. If you haven't done it, you need to try it. It feels so awesome to implement, like a little strategy. But usually what I do is I wait till they get it right about here. Usually people are on the screen by then. It doesn't freeze the people that aren't on the screen, so people will still keep walking. So that if the boss isn't there yet, don't really worry about it. But you can activate this, which is going to, again, freeze all enemies in place for 5 seconds. Happens immediately. They're going to stop right here. You wait till the boss comes on screen. You activate the Magnify ability, which you should have if Kane is in your party. And then you activate Firestorm, which you should have if the princess is in the party. And I find that to be extremely effective. Like, that has been like life and death for me in this game sometimes, especially if the boss is super hard to the point where I'm actually questioning whether I can beat that boss or not. You know, usually I'm pretty good at guessing whether or not I'll be able to beat them, but it looks like we're not going to have any trouble, honestly, with this next one. Even if we do, okay, we can just continuously swap these guys in and out. It's not going to be a big deal at all. One of the ones that I'm very excited about tackling is actually the rabbit one, where the back slots are taken up by rabbits. Looks like a really fun challenge, honestly. I can't wait to do that one. And honestly, I already have a formation in my mind that I'll save for the video, but I already have a formation in my mind that I think is going to be pretty good for that one. So I'll say that for the video, but I think it's going to be pretty cool, and we'll see if my theory is correct when we actually get there. But either way, we're moving very quickly. Obviously, as you can see, level 84, not having too much trouble at all. Actually, we'll stay around. I was going to skip a little bit. We'll stay around for the boss here and see exactly how well we do, and you know, and all that stuff. So actually, while we're doing that, let's go. You know what? We're going to cheat a little bit. How well are we going to do? We're going to do pretty darn good at 8 quintillion. We're going to do pretty darn good. See you, Grenatius, or whatever your name is. Have a good one. Oh man, I'm having too much fun with this. Anyway, yeah, we cheated a little bit. I should have waited. But you know what? What is that saying or whatever? Something about a honorable general always loses the war or something. Yeah, that was not an honorable play, right? They were walking to our battlefield, and as they were approaching, we were like, the secret weapon. we just pulled it out. Complete surprise. It was pretty cool. So anyway, let's go ahead and purchase this guy. We're gonna have the ability to buy him in a second here, buy another one, which will help out. But again, because the witch is actually in that phase where she's getting multiplied by 4, you know, it's going to be pretty hard for this guy to keep up. But he will for a little bit. In my experience, the lumberjack does actually keep up for a little while, but then the witch slowly pulls away, and then eventually it starts to really pull away, which is good. So, but right now we're of course moving very quickly, which is a great sign at level 87. Obviously, it doesn't really matter when you open the chests. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter when you do so. It just matters when you use the items you get, if they are boosts such as this, you know, because these are subjective to the round that you're on and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely really matters where you are in the game. It doesn't really matter when you open the chest, because when you open the chest, let's say you get a DeLorean, right? Let's say you get a DeLorean. It's not really going to be like, okay, well, you're going to have to use that DeLorean right now. You know what I mean? You can open the chest in the very beginning and save whatever you get till the end, or till whenever you need it. So this is going to be a pretty big chest opening as well. I feel like we do these quite often, and I love it. I absolutely love big chest openings. It's so awesome. By the way, guys, I know this is not really the time or place to mention this, but there is something coming that I think you Call of Duty fans out there are really going to like. And I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to leave it at that. If you're into Call of Duty, oh man, you've got a treat coming for you. All right, so anyway, 44 chests today. That is excluding the other chests, which I think we might just save. I'm gonna have to buy them soon, because this Black Friday sale ends pretty darn soon, doesn't it? Let's check it out. 1 day and 12 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy these soon. But I won't open them just yet. We might open them at the very end of this event, just to see what we're going to get for our Crusaders, just to keep the suspense going for a little bit, you know, and all that stuff. I think that's a pretty good idea. But we have 45 chests, man. We have another chest. We're going to have 2 more chests by the end of this too, which is pretty cool. Actually, maybe 3. I might go to 105 just to snatch the chest up really quick. Who do I not need in here? Okay. This is something I forgot to do. This is my exact setup, and I forgot to do it. So let me do it right now. Okay, guys? Buy all these. We're going to swap him out for the kid, because we're not using the kid at all. And we are going to move him right here. And we're going to move him right here. And we're going to move this guy right there. So we're still getting the boost. We're still, I think, are we still touching this girl? We are. Oh my god, that joke keeps happening. Anyway, we're still touching Wendy the Witch. He's getting that boost for the defense. Yeah, so this is my exact setup right here, as you can see. Now, this, of course, is very relevant to this particular formation, because there are more slots than usual. That's why we've got, you know, that's even why I have the wolf. And as you can see, as I moved him out, he became a lot better. He became in the quintillions, a slightly contributing factor. I'm pretty sure just now was the first time anyone has even done any damage to my formation at all. Like, I don't think anyone's even gotten close enough to damage my Crusaders even 1 piece of HP. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. At level 95. 5 levels away from what our goal is, and that is the first time we've been damaged. That's literally insane. We almost went flawless. I mean, we're still going to go flawless. We haven't lost a round, but I mean, that was almost like flawless. We didn't drop, you know, anything. We didn't drop a single, you know, dime of HP. That's awesome, dude. Let's just go ahead and ensure our victory even further, buying even higher levels for Wendy the Witch, man. That's crazy. Alright guys, we're rounding the final curve here. We are at level 98, and I know we just picked it up from level 95, but I just wanted to record this particular part here because, I don't know, man. This is like record time. I mean, this is like an hour's worth of recording almost, like a little bit over, but I mean, hey, I'm loving this. This is awesome. I can't believe we did so well so quick. And we can buy it if we really wanted to just be an absolute an absolute guy. We could upgrade the witch one more time. I think we might. I think we might try to ensure our victory. Let's do it. There it is. In the septillions. I'm sorry, sextillions. Just absolutely dominating. There is no chance for the enemy at this point. We're going to move on to this final round, and I aim to not take a single tick of damage. If I have to, I'm going to go all out. Matter of fact, we're going to go all out. You know what I mean? Actually, no, we're not. We're not going to go all out unless we need to, because I'm pretty sure I won't have enough leeway to make it past the 105 boss, because I really do want that chest, honestly. I just want to snatch that up really quick before we leave. I don't really need it, but I want it. So if we need to, I'll use my full strength here on that particular level, not level 100. I'm pretty sure we won't even need it here. Matter of fact, they probably won't even get close to us, but we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It's not looking too good for the opposition. Actually, let's just go ahead and ensure our victory even further by leveling him up as much as he could possibly be leveled up. And there it is. There goes the chicken boss. He's down for the count, picking up the chest. We're currently sitting at how many chests, guys? We must be sitting at so much. 46. Oh, guys, and really quick, I just want to mention that this particular video will not have giveaways. A giveaway whenever I go for like the Crusaders. I just absolutely grind, and my sole focus is on that. But I do have to mention, though, you know, definitely check out their website and all that stuff, because, you know, again, like I said in the previous video, they did hook you guys up with more codes, so, you know, we don't have like a dwindling amount anymore. We do have a considerable amount of codes left, and what I'm going to be doing next time to make up for the fact that I did, unfortunately, I guess, scrub it up with that other recording. I don't know what happened, but because of the fact that you didn't get to see that process and me doing that, I'm going to be doing a double giveaway. So 4 codes are going to be given away next time. Let me know how you want it to be done. Do you want me to roll twice and the top 2 winners of those 2 rolls will win? Or do you want me to roll once and then the top 4 winners will win? It's basically the same thing, honestly, but, you know, just a different way of doing things. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and that's just a little bit of a way to make up for me missing out on that other recording session, because honestly, I wanted to surprise you guys with a back-to-back upload with Crusaders as well as Adventure Capitalist. It would have been pretty cool. But don't worry, I'm still going to be covering this a lot. As you can see, we've already completed it. We're just kind of making sure we're ensuring our victory and grabbing that last chest at 105, which is going to happen pretty darn soon. And we're going to go all out on this one. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. It's literally like a StarCraft strategy, little combo maneuver. It's so cool, man. I love doing it. But anyway, let's move on and see what's going on here. And here we go. We're going to hover over this, get ready for the domination. Here it goes. We're going to wait till they get super close. We're going to launch our attack right about now. Too bad. So sad. Have good with that one. Okay, let's try to not take any damage. Oh, we're going to take damage. There's no way. There's no way we're going to take damage. But it's okay. Looks like they're going to go for the pumpkin first. Big mistake. Actually, they're not. They're going to go for the wolf first, but I'm going to let him die. And then I'm going to... Actually, we'll probably... Wow, he's holding up fairly well. Oh my god, he's holding up really well. Griffin really helping out with that one, but the pumpkin is going to prove a little bit too much for him. He's going to go down before he's able to win, you know, take us out. And there we go. That's going to be the victory. We're going to get Kane's mom, Kane's mama, if I am not mistaken. We're going to grab the chest, and we're going to be outie 5,000. So let's actually, now that we've done that, let's turn off our auto maneuvers so we're not going any further. We'll buy this guy as much as we can, and pretty much everybody else. Guys, this does matter. I did the calculation. I added up all the Crusaders levels that were in my party, just to see, you know, would it matter if, you know, they weren't in my party or not. And when I did the reset, the number was higher than the number that I got when I added up all my levels that are in my party. So, you know, it does matter. Whoever, you know, you make sure you level up all your characters, make sure you swap your characters out and everything like that. You know, because I was told mixed answers, but I just want to clarify. I'm pretty sure, because I did that calculation, which is a very basic calculation. I just added my Crusaders levels up, and I wanted to see if the number was exactly the same, or if it was more or whatever. It couldn't have been less, but if it was more, then I knew that the other Crusaders were in some way contributing to that number. So it definitely matters. Make sure you level them up as high as they're going to go, like I'm doing right here. You know, keep getting gold and keep making sure you can max them out, because look at how much we just got. Look at that. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. Like this is a risky move here, so we're going to wait till he dies. Swap. Just going to buy him a bunch. We're going to swap him back, and we're going to have to move her back in. As you can see, that helps a bit. Wait, it didn't work. Wait. It didn't work. What's going on, Mama? What? What's happening? I'm losing because she won't go in the formation. What's happening, man? Come on. Wendy the Witch, you're scrubbing it up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reset. There it is. We're going to get 18 idols from this, not the most. Okay, not the most. But again, look, based on your 9,296 Crusader levels, 1 per 500 levels. So again, it really just matters which, you know, leveling up as many as you can, honestly, as far as I know. We did get Mama Kane. For completing Recruit Mama Kane. And yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude the episode. We're going to go ahead and reset the world. This is the one right here, Runaway. That's the one I want to complete at another time. 1300, beat area 150 with a literal gravy train. Okay, so what does this mean? Complete objective, you must have 250 plus idols. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be doing some free play. I'm going to be grinding this in the background. Hopefully we can get to some of these, you know, levels here. What does this even do? Oh, so it's okay, so it's just a chest. We're going to be buying these chests anyway, so this might not be a big deal. But look at this one. This one might be really fun to tackle if we can actually get there. Look at this. Wow, all of these are taken up. That is really cool. I hope we can get to that. No big deal if we can't, but it's going to be awesome if we can to kind of strategize around that. It'll be pretty cool. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you rate the video what you think it deserved. And if you did enjoy, consider sharing the video as well. If you want to become a sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. And as always, this has been MrBayeasy, your favorite sage, and I'll see you in the next video.